good morning. We're going to start in our seated pose. So whatever that feels good in your body, just join me in a cross-legged position. Start sinking in. So find those sit bones. Those are the bones in the hips that we sit upon. Drawing the top of the head up towards the sky. Shoulders released away from the ears. And then really start settling in. Once you have the sit bones, so the hip bones connected with the mat, really see if you can just start elongating the spine while also grounding the body down. So it's really that thought, root to rise. And that is this beautiful connection in yoga that helps us to feel grounded and safe and secure while releasing tension, releasing thoughts and feelings that might not serve us anymore. So really elongate the spine. See if you can soften the knees just a little bit towards the earth. Maybe feel the sides of the feet connected with your mat. Really drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky, releasing the chin down just a little bit to elongate that very, very top of the spine. Start to soften the skin of the face, soften the jaw. Softening the jaw, just bringing separation between the top and bottom teeth. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. If you're ready to receive energy this morning, maybe placing the backs of the hands on top of the lap, palms facing up. Or if you're not quite ready, just close the palms off. If you feel a little bit untethered or unsettled or scattered this morning, you can always bring those fingertips down to the earth and ground the fingertips to the earth, as well as the sit bones and the legs and the feet. So really respect where your body is asking you to meet it today. Notice the breath without changing it. And just by noticing it, see if it starts to naturally slow down. Starting with the top of the head and scanning the whole body all the way to the bottoms of the feet. Start noticing where you might be holding on to tension. Perhaps there's a little bit of aches or pains left over from last night. Perhaps you're feeling a little unsettled in your stomach, or even maybe a tightness in the chest from worry or stress or anxiety. And once you notice the parts of the body that are feeling a little off, start bringing intentional breath in through the nose, deep breath, filling the stomach, expanding the ribs, sipping into the chest, holding at the top, long, slow exhales, draining from the chest, the ribs, drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. On each exhale, really send that breath through the place of tension and see if you can just bring a tiny softness to the places in the body that might be causing a little bit of discomfort. So continuing with that deep 3-part breath, deep through the nose, filling the stomach, expanding the ribs, sipping into the chest, holding at the top, long, slow exhales, draining from the chest, the ribs, drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. So really continue with that long, intentional breath, taking your time, filling your body with energy and life source. Knowing that that breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale, has this beautiful ability to just soften everything, releasing the stress and tension from the nervous system, bringing you back into a neutral place that helps to create a pause before we speak, a pause before we act, which of course brings a little bit more peace and gentleness to our own lives and to the lives that we touch around us. Taking one more more deep breath in through the nose. Make this the longest inhale, holding at the top. Long, slow exhale. Taking your time, feeling the air drain from the chest, feeling the ribs kind of come back together, and then bring that belly button all the way into the backbone to fully release. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. You can invite the eyes to slowly open or keep them closed just as we start to warm up the neck and the shoulders. Releasing the chin down towards the chest. Really still stacking the shoulders and the hips over one another. Maybe changing the position of the legs if your legs are feeling tired from being in one place. Continuing with the deep inhales and exhales. On your next exhale, slowly returning the chin to neutral. Lowering the right ear to right shoulder, left fingertips to the earth, maybe walking the fingertips away from the body. Long inhales and exhales. On the next exhale, slowly returning back to neutral, switching sides. Releasing the right fingertips to the earth, maybe walking them away from the body. And slowly release. Holding hands with yourself behind the body, clasping hands, sending the fist down towards the earth, opening the chest, opening the heart, reminding ourselves that when we are feeling tension, when we are feeling stressed, when we are feeling sad, we tend to close off that heart to protect ourselves and to make it feel a little bit less tense. Really intentionally open the heart. So anything that draws the chest broad and open, and slowly release. Coming up to tabletop for just a moment, really setting up that long spine, starting to get an understanding of the alignment here. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, pushing the earth away from the body. Nice long spine to allow the gaze to go down towards the mat. And then from here, bring the knees out to the long edge of the mat. Big toes touch, hips release down towards the heels, even if your hips don't reach the heels. And if this posture doesn't feel good in the body, keep the hips raised. Extend the arms by walking them out away from the body. Really allow the forehead to release. This is a good place if you have a block or a pillow or a blanket, if you like the forehead to meet the earth. So strengthen the arms, press the fingertips in, and then on the exhale, release the arms, soften the face, take 3 breaths here. So this is extended child's pose, and this is the pose I want to invite you to take if you get through your practice, you know, if we get to a place where it doesn't feel good in the body. So yoga is supposed to feel good, it is not supposed to hurt the body. So really respect where your body is today. And know that extended child's pose, I know there's plenty of memes and jokes about it, but really, if it feels good to you, release down to child's pose and just breathe. And when your body's ready to join us again, just come on up and join us. So after your 3rd breath, release, come all the way up into hero's pose. So draw the knees together and then find your alignment, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Holding hands with yourself. One more time, sending the fist down towards the earth. Open the chest, open the heart, look up towards the sky. Engage the core to protect the lower back. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, release. Lower the chin to the chest. Wrap your arms around a pretend beach ball into a seated cow pose or a seated cat pose. Inhale, open the arms into a seated cow pose. I'm getting myself confused this morning. Exhale into cat. Really round the back. Lower the chin to the chest. Open back up for cow pose. One more time, rounding on the exhale, opening on the inhale. And then bringing the hands forward into your tabletop and bringing right foot forward. So right knee over right ankle, adjust the leg behind so that you have a good stretch through the front of this quad here. And then just stabilize just for a moment. So if the palms don't reach the ground, if that doesn't feel good, then keep the fingertips connected. Slowly bring the hands up towards the knee. Square the hips off to the front of the mat, sweeping the arms up. Inhale, reach, maybe even open that chest a little bit by dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Releasing the hands down, plant the left hand right in the instep of that right foot. Slowly release the right arm up into a spinal twist. Looking up towards the fingertips. Release the right arm down. Turn the back toes under, strengthen the leg, so really straighten and pushing into that left heel. So if this feels already too much, lower back down to the knee. Otherwise, strengthen, taking your time. Slowly lower the knee. Straighten the right, bring the right toes up, sitting back into almost like a jackknife pose. Fingers are still connected with the earth, core is engaged, spine is long. Bending back into the right knee over right ankle. Turn the toes of the left foot under, pushing that left leg straight up. Slowly walk the hands to above the knee into a high runner's lunge. Sweep the arms up by the ears. Open, turning to the right for another spinal twist. Take one breath here. Inhale the arms up, lower down, stepping back into high plank. Take one breath. Exhale, lower down, knees to the wide edge of the mat, big toes together. Exhale, release the hips down towards the earth, extended child's pose. Take 5 deep breaths here. So already your body is warming up, getting ready for the day. So as we come down to extended child's pose, really release the body down. With each exhale, release the body just a little bit more. After your 5th breath, join me back into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release the left leg forward. So switching sides. So left knee over left ankle. Slowly bring the body up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Deep inhales and exhales. And then slowly lower down, planting the right hand to the instep of the left foot, and then slowly extending the left arm up. Spinal twist, eyes up towards the sky. Deep inhales and exhales. Slowly lower the left arm down. Turn the right toes under. Strengthen that right leg, straightening, pushing through the heel, fingertips connected. Deep inhales and exhales. Slowly lower the right knee down, walking the hands up to the knees, clasping hands with yourself behind the back, opening the chest, opening the heart, breath. Exhale, release the hands down. Turn those back toes under, strengthen the legs. On the next inhale, slowly walk the hands up to the thigh. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open to the side. Continue the breath. Dial it back if you need to. Honor where your body is today. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. Stepping back into high plank or low plank. Take 2 breaths here. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, pressing into the heels. Engage core, nice long spine. On the exhale, release the knees to the long edge of the mat. Big toes pressed together. And then release the hips down towards the heels. Extend the arms out in front. Release the forehead to the ground. If this pose, if the extended child's pose doesn't feel good in the body, you can always bring the knees together, pressing the hips down to the heels, and then draping the arms next to the body, forehead released to the earth or a pillow or a block. Or you can even release into melting heart where the hips stay high, tops of the feet pressed into the mat, and release the arms and the head down. One more breath in extended child's pose. And then slowly coming up, planting the hands in tabletop, turning the toes under, bringing the handprint, one handprint in front of where they are, pushing into the down dog, bending the knees generously. So we joke, I joke, not all yoga teachers joke about this. I mean, downward dog is supposed to be a resting pose, but it takes a while to allow it to be a resting pose because there's so many parts to it. So bending the knees generously, almost to the point where you're resting your stomach on the tops of the thighs. Fingertips pressed into the earth, palms pressed into the earth. Shoulders are wide here. Tailbone lifted. Ears releasing towards the insides of the arms. Neck is long and relaxed. Continue to breathe, engage the core. Look between the hands and then step right foot forward into a high runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to release the arms down. Stepping back into high plank. Slowly lower the knees. And then slowly with the elbows drawn in towards the body, release the body down. Inhale, coming up to cobra. Elbows are tight next to the chest. Shoulders released away from the ears. Exhale, turn the toes under, push the bottom up into downward facing dog. Inhale, look between the hands, step forward with left, right to meet. Bending the knees generously in forward fold, separating the feet for stability. Release the top of the head towards the earth. Soften the jaw, slow the breath. From here, if this feels good and you want to have a deeper stretch, maybe hold on to opposite elbows with your hands, or even hug the backs of the knees. Really release the jaw, continue long, deep breaths. On the next exhale, release slowly with the arms, and then inhale, sweep the arms up, taking your time with the head, palms pressed together. Exhale to heart center. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, palms pressed together. Exhale, swan dive all the way back. Bending the knees generously, planting the hands, stepping back with the left foot. Right toes towards the front of the mat. And then drawing that left arm up, circling over, pressing into that right foot, coming all the way up into warrior 2. Left toes are pointed towards the long edge of the mat. Hips are square to the long edge of the mat. So taking your time, good job getting there. I know this is a little bit different than what I normally do to transition. So really strengthen through the legs, checking in with the hips. Arms are strong, shoulder blades coming together, shoulders dropped away from the ears, fingertips strengthen and pulled away from both sides of the body. At any time, if this feels too strong, just straighten the leg to take a breath and then meet us where you are. On the next exhale, slowly lower that forearm down, sweeping the left arm up and over into side angle, feeling a stretch from the fingertips all the way to the side of the left foot. Just a gentle pressure on this right forearm. On your next exhale, coming back to warrior two. On the next exhale, peaceful warrior, sliding the left hand down the left leg, right arm extended up. Exhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Coming into triangle. So really imagining that the whole torso is in between two panes of glass. So really holding strong here, maybe a tiny micro bend in the right knee. Really leaning forward as far as you can go with the right fingertips, and then slowly lowering the fingertips down, raising the left arm up so that we're not losing the chest forward. We really want this to be inside the pane of the glass. Lifting up. 2 more deep breaths here, core is engaged. And then slowly lower that left arm down towards the ground, bending into the right knee, turning that back foot into a high runner's lunge. Stepping back with right, high plank. Choose the low plank if you feel like you need a rest. Inviting a vinyasa, so from here, lowering to the knees, bringing the elbows tight in towards the body, slowly lower on the exhale. Inhale, sweeping the body into cobra. Exhale into downward dog. If this is too much, invite child's pose. Inhale, step left foot forward, right to meet into a forward fold. Deep inhales and exhales. Reset the body, reset the breathing. Give yourself a little praise and gratitude for everything that your body's doing this morning. On the next exhale, sweeping the arms up, over, palms pressed together, exhale to heart center. Slowly inhale, palms pressed above the head. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, stepping back with the right foot into high runner's lunge. Take just a moment to reset, and then dial that right foot down, toes pointed towards the long edge of the mat. So I'll be facing away from you. So feel free, if you want to continue to face the camera or face your screen, go ahead and adjust. On the next inhale, sweeping the right arm up, slowly pushing the earth away from your body with that left foot. Coming up into warrior two, pressing into the left knee. Left knee over left ankle, hips square with the long edge of the mat. Arms are strengthened, bringing the shoulder blades together, and then gazing out over the left fingertips. Core is engaged, calm the breathing. On the next exhale, lower the left forearm down, sweeping the right up and over into side angle. Exhale to warrior two. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Flow with your breath, warrior two. side angle. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Straighten the left knee. Remember the torso in between two panes of glass, leaning as far as you can to the left before lowering the left fingertips down, sweeping the right fingers and arms straight up. Core is engaged. Deep breaths. Long, slow inhales and exhales. Exhale, coming back up. Warrior two, bending into that knee. Slowly lowering left hand, then right, stepping left leg back, high plank. Take one breath here. Slowly lower the knees down. Elbows drawn tight into the body to lower all the way down. Release the whole body, one hand on top of the other, forehead release down to the ground, and release the whole body. So try and reset the body. So as if we're in a child's pose, let's restore. 3 more deep, long inhales through the nose, long, slow exhales. On the next inhale, slowly bring the top of the body up, elbows underneath the shoulders, fingers are spread wide, fingertips pressed into the earth, into Sphinx pose. If this already feels like too much of a back bend, release the elbows a tiny bit forward to relieve any pressure from the lower spine. Shoulders released away from the ears, legs are relaxed, glutes are relaxed, but really pressing the earth away from the fingertips. Slow the breath, deep inhales and exhales. And then slowly bring the left elbow in towards center. And then drawing your right fingertips underneath that left arm, coming into a twist. So this is going to take just a few moments to get your body really set up. So what we're doing is we're releasing that right shoulder down, move that left arm out of the way. See if you can release the side of the head towards the floor to open up that right shoulder. This might feel good to have a pillow or a block or a blanket underneath the side of the head to rest if the head does not meet the earth. You can always extend the left arm out a little bit more, maybe even tint the fingertips. Slow the breath. With each exhale, release. Slowly draw the left hand back towards the face, pushing the body up, releasing the right arm. One hand on top of the other, release the forehead down. Bending the knees, slowly windshield wipering back and forth. And then slowly release the legs, setting up for the other side, coming back to Sphinx pose, elbows underneath the shoulders. Fingertips are spread wide. And now bring the right elbow in towards center, and then sending the left fingertips underneath the right, starting to extend the right arm, release the left side of the face towards the earth. Deep inhales and exhales. See if you can walk the right fingertips away from the body, maybe even tint the hand. On the next exhale, slowly bring the right hand towards the face, pushing the body away from the earth, coming back to Sphinx pose. Take one breath here, long, slow exhale. Release the body down, slide the hands next to the chest, using the strength of your beautiful, strong arms, pushing the body up and over, tucking the knees underneath, knees together, release the bottom towards the heel, forehead to the earth, draping the arms next to you. Long, slow inhales and exhales. And then slowly roll the body all the way up into the hero's pose, clasping hands behind your back, allowing the fists to release towards the earth. Open the chest, open the heart. Long, slow inhales and exhales. Release any tension from the jaw, slow the breath, and then release to a seated posture. So sweeping the legs underneath, and then coming towards the middle of your mat into boat flow. So this can be, again, I can't see what you guys are doing, but I can guess. Sometimes I can look and see who's joining me, and if you've practiced with me before, I can kind of guess where you might be. So boat pose has many different places to go. You can flow with this, or you can hold while you're breathing. You can flow so that it is even more challenging. So really think about if you feel like you need to move stress out of the body or through the body. Maybe try a more challenging boat pose today. But honestly, like, you know best. So if you need to go a little more gentle on yourself, toes can be connected, palms facing up. So instead of the sit bones, we're rocking away from the sit bones, nice long spine. Calm the breath. To bring the legs a little bit more challenging, float them halfway, palms still facing up. If this feels pretty good but a little bit hard, you can always flow by slowly lowering and raising. To go even deeper, you can slowly release the boat, straighten the legs, lean all the way back, and then slowly come back to your boat pose. So definitely more challenging. Just decide where you're feeling today. And just stay with it for 5 breaths. Nice long spine, core is engaged, jaw is soft. You are allowing that breath to come in through the nose, long, slow exhales. Everything has control. Decide where you are today. Honor where you are today. And after that 5th breath, slowly releasing, bringing the legs out in front. Finding the sit bones again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice long spine here. Fingertips can connect with the earth, but no need to kiss the knees. So really just stretching the long backs of the legs. Slowing the breath. And then slowly coming back up. Bottoms of the feet together in butterfly. Finding those sit bones. Those are the bones in the hips we sit upon. And then on the exhale, slowly pressing the forearms into the thighs, coming into a long spine here into a forward fold. Folding right at the hips. Shoulders released away from the ears, jaw is soft. Slowing down the breath. And then release the chin down towards the chest, rolling all the way up. Extend left leg in front. Find the sit bones again. So sit bones really, that helps ground the body so that we have a really firm foundation to build our good posture from. So left knee and left toes are pointed up towards the earth, and then holding onto the bottom of the right foot, and then cradling the knee, no pressure on the knee, just opening up that right hip, slowly rocking side to side. Shoulders released away from the ears, and then slowly bringing the top of that right foot into the crease of the left. If this feels already like it's too much, release the foot. So I'm releasing the right foot, pressing into the the left thigh. So decide where you're feeling today. So finding the sit bones, knee and toes pointed up. Inhale, engage the core, and then slowly forward fold. Long spine here, fingertips connected with the mat. If you want to go further, then you can start walking the fingertips away, maybe lowering the forearms down slowly. No pressure on that right knee. And then slowly releasing. Releasing the right leg, shake it out just a little bit, and then setting up for the other side. Find those sit bones, rock the left leg side to side. And then placing the top of the left foot in the crease of the right thigh. Find the sit bones, right knee, right toes pointed up. Inhale, engage the core. Exhale, forward fold. And again, invite the left leg down towards the earth if that feels better to you. Deep inhales and exhales. On the next exhale, release all the way back up. Tilt that foot out away from the body, and then shake it out. Bottoms of the feet together, but the heels this time are released away from the body. Placing the palms of the hands together, releasing them to the floor, and then sliding the hands under. So maybe the forearms and the elbows meet the earth, maybe not. Nice long spine. And then on the exhale, forward fold, coming into turtle pose. Releasing the knees away from the body towards the earth. Pressing the bottoms of the feet together. If that feels too intense, invite the feet to stay open. Long, slow exhale, release the hands back to center, rolling all the way up. Draw the knees together. Releasing the back towards the earth. So you can either just meet me on the mat with your back on the mat, or if you want a little bit more core, then you can plant the feet, long spine here, shoulders released, and then in a very controlled way, release, almost like a controlled boat pose, releasing all the way down to the mat. The pelvis will tip, will scoop in, core is engaged, and then long, slow exhale, releasing the whole body down. As the body starts connecting with the mat, release the whole upper body, bring the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a hug and maybe a kind word. Maybe give yourself a little bit of praise for coming to this portion of the yoga sequence this morning. Slowly rock side to side, massaging that lower spine, and then holding the knees, rolling the body in one direction and the other. Draw the knees back in towards the chest. Open the arms up into a T. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Really feel both shoulders pressed into the earth. And then adjust so that you can feel both hips pressed into the earth. Maybe stack the knees together into a floating tabletop. So knees like right over the hips, feet pressed together, and then slowly release those knees to the right side. So coming into our spinal twist, if you've taken classes with me, you know we're reaching the end. Release that left shoulder back towards the earth if it came up, and then look out over your left-hand side. With each exhale, really release the body just a little bit more. Soften the jaw, long, slow inhales and exhales. One more deep inhale. And then on the exhale, using the assistance of the right hand, release the knees back to center. Reset the spine. Reset the shoulders. Bringing the knees and the legs back to floating tabletop, and then release the knees to the left hand side. Drawing that right shoulder back to the earth, looking out over the right hand side. Deep inhales and exhales, feeling the breath, fill the stomach, expand the ribs, sip into the chest. Long, slow exhale from the chest, the ribs, drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. Using the strength of your left hand, release the knees back to center. Draw them in towards the body one last time to reset the spine to neutral. Pushing the bottoms of the feet up towards the sky, fingertips under the hips, engage the core, release the shoulders away from the ears. Long, slow release of the heels down towards the mat. Continue to breathe. Soften the jaw. And then as your heels start to connect with the earth, start releasing the whole body down. Allow the feet to naturally open. Arms release to the side, palms facing up. Invite any last small movements to bring the body into stillness. So resting pose or Shavasana is essentially the point. So all the movements, all the centering, it's all to bring us into our stillness. Knowing that this sometimes is the hardest pose that we're trying today. You might beg to differ with me, and that's okay. So really allowing the body to release, start to soften. Notice the parts of the body that are connected with the earth. Release any tension from the bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet, and release each toe one at a time. Soften the lower legs. Release any tension from the knees, from the upper legs. Release the hips. Soften the lower spine. Release any tension from the stomach. Really soften and settle the stomach. Release any tension from the upper spine. Soften the chest. Release the shoulders. Maybe even move them slightly away from the ears. Soften the upper arms, the elbows. Relax the lower arms. Soften the tops of the hands. Feel the vibration in the palms of the hands. And release each finger one at a time. Release any tension from the shoulders, from the neck. Soften the jaw. Release the cheeks, the ears, the nose. Release any tension from the eyes and the forehead. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release from the very top of the head, washing all the way through the bottom of the feet. Bring the body into stillness. Still the mind. Soften the breathing. Release the body. For just a few moments, I'll let you rest, and then you'll hear my voice again. slight small movement into the fingers and the toes. Maybe taking a stretch overhead. And then slowly, and as you feel ready, allowing the body to release to one side, keeping the eyes closed. As you join me resting on your side with the eyes closed, invite gratitude in for everything that the body is able to do, how it provides support, how it provides energy, how it allows you to do things that maybe you weren't expecting it to do. Give gratitude for everything that your body is capable of doing. Gratitude for everything your mind is able to do and is capable of. Knowing the power lies with our response. So creating the stillness to create the pause, pause before speaking, pause before acting, so that we can speak and act with more peace, patience, and grace. So reminding ourselves, one of our greatest gifts is our intuition. Really allowing ourselves the stillness to get to know who we genuinely and authentically are. So really having that mindset of knowing yourself truly and wholly, so that when the time comes, it's really hard to doubt ourselves. Know that you are beautifully and perfectly made just the way that you are, exactly the way that you are. Be patient while we're still growing and still learning and still responding. As you feel ready, slowly come back up to a seated posture with fingertips connected to the earth. Taking your time to get there, being gentle with yourself as you're coming out of your stillness. Continue the breath in through the nose, long, slow exhales. And as you join me in seated posture, bringing the fingertips here, resetting the spine, release the top of the head towards the earth, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Taking a big inhale through the nose, sweeping the arms up, gathering this beautiful energy you help create into the palms of your hands. Exhaling to heart center, thumbs to the heart to remind us we are all connected by no mistakes. Doesn't matter if we're connected virtually or in person, know that we're all in this together. So may you be safe, may you be well, may you be at ease, and may you have a little bit of peace today. And if it doesn't feel like you have a little bit of peace, maybe find some more stillness today and see if a little bit more peace bubbles up for you. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate every one of you. I love that you guys are still showing up to join me, and I love showing up for you. So thank you.